Unit 5, Day 3 notes. Today we're going to talk about the triangle inequality. Can any three side lengths form a triangle? The answer to this question is no. There is a rule. The rule is take any two sides and add them together, and that sum should be greater than the third side. So the sum of any two sides should be greater than the third. So on these first few examples, we're going to test to see if they form a triangle. So again, I should take the two sides, so for example 5 and test to see if it's greater than 8. 5 and 5 make 10, which is greater than 8. That is true. Then I could take 5 and 8, add them together, see if it's greater than 5. It makes 13, which is greater than 5. So yes, this could form a triangle. Let's look at number 2. Let's take 3 and 12. Test to see if it's greater than 9. That'll give me 15, which is greater than 9, so that is true. Take 3 and 9. Test to see if it's greater than 12. 3 and 9 make 12, which means it is not greater than 12. So no, this is not a triangle. So continue to do that for the next two examples. Test to see that the sum of the two sides is greater than the third, and tell me if it is a triangle or if it is not a triangle. When given two sides of a triangle, the third side can be the range of different lengths. If a triangle has one side that measures 8 inches and another side that measures 13 inches, what could be the length of the third side? So we're going to find a range. To find this range, you're going to need a minimum value and a maximum value. The minimum value is found by finding the difference between the two numbers. So that would be 13 minus 8, which is 5. The maximum value would be found by finding the sum between the two numbers. So 13 plus 8, which is 21. So the range would be from 5 to 21. And we typically write it as an inequality. So we would say 5 less than, we could say m for missing side, less than 21. So in other words, the missing side has to be anything between 5 and 21 in order for it to work. Alright, for number 5, we're going to do the same thing. Find the possible side lengths for the missing side. So again, you find the minimum number by subtracting. So 15 minus 9 would give us 6. You find the maximum number by adding 15 with 9, and you're going to get 24. So you write the range, 6 less than the missing side, less than 24. So go ahead and do number 6 on your own. Now, on this one, it's going to be slightly different because it's algebra involved. So it's asking for the range of the x values. What I'm going to do is find the sum of two sides and see that it's greater than the third. So 2x plus 22 plus 5x minus 7 has to be greater than x plus 5. So let's do our algebra. Combine 2x with 5x, you're going to get 7x. Combine 22 and negative 7, you're going to get positive 15. Now I'm going to subtract x from both sides. You have 6x plus 15 is greater than 5. Then I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. So I would have 6x is greater than negative 10. And then divide by 6. So x is greater than negative 10 over 6, which is equal to negative 5 thirds. So x has to be greater than negative 5 thirds. In other words, so far that's the lowest it could be. So now I'm going to try 2x plus 22 plus x plus 5 and test that it's greater than 5x minus 7. First, I'm going to combine 2x and x, and that would give me 3x. Then 22 and 5, which would give me 27. And again, we're testing to see if it's greater than 5x minus 7. Next thing I would do is subtract 3x from both sides. So I would have 27 is greater than 2x minus 7. Then add 7 to both sides, which would give me 34 is greater than 2x. And then divide both sides by 2, and you're going to have 17 is greater than x. Another way to look at it is x is less than 17. So far the maximum x can be is 17, and the minimum x can be is negative 5 thirds. And now I got to test to see if what the last two would give me. So I would need to use 5x minus 7 together with x plus 5 and test to see that that is greater than 2x plus 22. So combine 5x with x, I get 6x. Negative 7 and positive 5, I get negative 2. Now subtract 2x from both sides. You have 4x minus 2 greater than 22. Add 2 to both sides. So you'll have 4x is greater than 24. Divide both sides by 4. You would have x greater than 6. So if I were to graph this on a number line, like you learned in algebra, let's say this is 0. Negative 5 thirds would be about here. 6 is going to be on the right. And then 17 even further right than that. Now if I'm going to say x is greater than negative 5 thirds, I would circle negative 5 thirds and shade everything to the right because everything to the right is greater than. So, same thing for 6. It's greater than 6, so I'm going to circle at 6 and shade everything to the right of 6. And And then for less than 17, I'm going to circle 17, but then shade everything less than 17. Now there's only one spot where these three highlighted sections overlap. And that one spot is right trying to find a color I didn't use yet. Right here, in between 6 and 17. So the range for x would be 6 less than x less than 17. So that would be the range. And this concludes your notes for today. Thank you for your attention.